fantastic Alan Bossage. Compared to 80 Milan team now. Well, Gianluigi, my name said Gianluigi Lentini was in the ball as a left winger. He's one of the deadliest left wingers. Roberto Donadini on the right. Daniel Massaro. This is an exceptional team they met. Abedi Pele made a difference. How many of Abedi Peles do England have? In their history, how many? Upon we are Ballon d'Or, 1995. But Upon is nowhere near. He's nowhere near close to Abedi Pele. That is why because a Ballon d'Or doesn't define how good or quality you are. A year 3. Abedi Pele, his peers on African continent, who can't say African anybody with Pele. Complete player. He can come to the middle, tackle, win ball. One team winning ball from the or trouble. Why? When did you Drogba came to Chelsea? Why not winning Champions League match Chelsea?
He did it.
Or did
African.
They are ball players, African players who go to the same era to define the clubs and make them great. Didier Drogba, yes, the team, but the more they won, we effort over 40% of the success of what they won.
Well, it's possibly bleak as that.
When winning Ballon d'Or, so Didier Drogba is not a great player. Mo Salah, the AFCON, in fact, the weakest AFCON team for Egypt, 2017 and 2021, is the weakest AFCON team of Egypt. But he, unfortunately for him, where Neom Nebai, the worst one was the 2017 one, because that's the one. The 2021 they made a star-studded Senegalese team. Because Hugo Bruce team not assembled for Cameroon, they were ordinary. In fact, it's also the worst in the history of Cameroon when it comes to AFCON winning team. But Waja lucky, he's gone too far. I have said that this AFCON it should be about Mo Salah. He should take the points because see, after this AFCON we will not have a Mo Salah again. He actually won the AFCON with ordinary team, 2015. How many of the players at Jimmy Carragher and Yoma Bobo are better than the Arturi as a box-to-box player? How many? Onji Ballon d'Or. So he's not a great player. Only a great player. He's not an exceptional player. He is. He's better than their so-called, I don't want to mention any players that have looked up. English players are my Balbo national team over the years, over the 3 days. Arturi is better than them as a box-to-box player. He's better than them. So the fact that will be and a Ballon d'Or, if you have a pool of 30, 40 players in a year, back up anyway with NIA era, like upon we had a 1995 season, brilliant season. That was it. After 95, what upon we do again? So the fact that these are I need to show that does not make you the better player than somebody else who has won it. Michael is saying he didn't win any Ballon d'Or. Did he win a Ballon d'Or? No. But in the Chelsea team of Jose Mourinho, I see me bought 5 players there. Essien can't be what?
Yeah.
Essien was a top class midfielder. AFCON 2010, but for the injury against Ghana Ivory Coast, but for that, Anka, Essien is an exceptional player. So, look, in 1995, the star-studded Ajax team, Van der Sar, Frank Rijkaard, Edgar Davis, Clarence Seedorf, Michael Reiziger. So you should know, when I mention the name, you should know the caliber we are talking about. There was Finidi George. And listen, Finidi George starts every game. He plays for the right wing, and then Marco Vermas plays on the left wing. And Jerry Littman, a ball behind Ronald de Boer. Frank plays as centre back. He's always been excellent. Look, in a game against Bayern Munich before AC Milan, it was superb. He has not won Ballon d'Or. But he's defined every game Ajax and Louis van Gaal has played. One of the brightest African players. Hey or no? So, listen, this argument of Sebi, the fact that as if Sebi said, oh, we need Ballon d'Or that make you an exceptional, a great player. Oh, we need a fun. I've seen trash. That will not make any impact. Vinny Junior, So what does he want for the Brazilian national team? We need it.
We need it. About so no nyanya Ballon d'Or.
Yes, I know. You thought him as one of the best players.
Yeah.
Mbappe, he's won a World Cup, so he can make a claim. He's won a World Cup, 2018.
Yeah.
He's gone to another final, 2 World Cups. Fantastic. But the noise you make around Vinny Junior Mother, what are they achieving? And you don't need to win a Ballon d'Or to define you as a top player. No, it's not. The quality African players we have who have defined. Look, Yaya Toure, one of the reasons why I respect him a lot. Yaya Toure was part of the second golden generation. The first golden generation of African was 1992. The one Obama Ben Salamo, Eji AFCON and send me. The second golden generation, almost golden generation. Now Yaya Toure was part of that golden generation. Drogba was part of that. Drogba was the captain of that second golden generation. The current coach of the Elephant, MS5, was part. Didier Zokora was key. Eboué was key. You would have seen Eboué then. And you realize that the Ankara Gamo one of the finest right backs when he was playing Arsenal.
Yeah.
In fact, when Eboué was playing Arsenal, Laurent Etameya, Cameroon, Laurent Etameya.
Yeah.
Look, he's an exceptional player. He can play as a central midfielder. He can play as a right back. He can play as a left back. He can play as number 8. Just an injury. He's like Jeremy Njita. These are great players. Samuel Eto'o, the English players. So winning Ballon d'Or, no winning Ballon d'Or.
Samuel Eto'o.
He's now won a Ballon d'Or.
Winning.
Fantastic. How many of the players who have won the Ballon d'Or over the last Messi, Ronaldo, how many of them? The technical quality and the legal ability to perform on the football play. Forget about the 2 champions with Barcelona and Inter Milan. No, but me can't. Forget about AFCON. You see him. Like, he won AFCON 2000 and 2002. He's won 2 Champions League in Europe as well. And he did not just win. He defined it. Contrary Adeoye will come back 2 seasons before he scored his goal. Who is here? So we have players who have not won the Ballon d'Or. I've just read to African players who are better off than so many of the players who have won the Ballon d'Or. Uyi, Ronaldo, Di Messi, their era, everyone. Yeah, far better. And I just gave you the Oponwia. Look, Oponwia and Abedipele is like here to maybe Liberia, Nwanikuru. Those of you who have not seen Abedipele play, one of these days I'll give you the clips. Maza, he's an exceptional, extremely exceptional talent. So when we need Ballon d'Or, Abedipele is an exceptional player, good player. So please stop saying what they are saying. Listen, Mo Salah said about 2 seasons award the EPL more. I believe he will become a second all-time top scorer for Liverpool, but for a rush 346 because he's 32 and or will be a discipline. If he decides to play 2 more years with his numbers, would there 2 more years for an averagely 30 so, and I share 30, 21 assists. Next year or share 30, encore 271. So if I said the last one, I did 34 into Atisu, you can score 50 goals in 2 seasons. What happens? And yet 291. He will be the second all-time scorer, but it depends on whether I want to go to Saudi Arabia and retire very well or not. So the argument is bogus, fraudulent, naive, and then also petty. Jimmy Craig argument.
But the boss, not some more kind, no crest as a AFCON value for more to compare. Copa America nene the Euro na enhance chances of winning the Ballon d'Or na because we say and pay on X or see antenna sem no kind na see or just win the Champions League na sala beje AFCON na enye popular enough I bet me a project no I'm waiting the Ballon d'Or.
In terms of the popularity of this, look, they have already almost biased towards that. Secondly, Yanka said give me Antonio until me can say these 2 AFCONs. Mikato said 2 AFCONs, so you should have paid attention. 2 AFCONs, 2020. Reason these 2 AFCON 2023 has given us 2.2 billion views. And my $72 million is the best ever in the history of AFCON. So Mikato said these 2 under Patrick Motsepe now your position AFCON look, and then qualifiers, we pack in your own bubble also. All these things in the past, we don't do that. It was standard quality pitch at Ivory Coast hosted tournament. You know?
Okay.
So because of the current president and the vision, in the next, look, the Women World Cup that took place, the numbers, you have no idea. Now Women World Cup, of course, on New Zealand, Australia, all of a sudden, in the next 4 World Cup, if the Men World Cup are not careful to match up, is the investment that we need and the right people to work, which Mochepe is showing. So in the next 4 or 5 AFCON, this thing that Omukan wants them know, it will be a thing of the past. I admit that the way AFCON they are positioned in the past has not been the best.
Yeah.
In terms of the popularity thing. But in terms of the technical ability, that's nonsense he's talking about. A nonsense. Players now they impacted their clubs. This so-called big European, they impacted it. They were starters. They bit different. They were not just numbers. That is why you should look at it from. That will be about club in recent time. All your so-called Ricky Fowler, the man has put them down. Who they are here? So please, Aza,
okay, Apostle Medasi.
Ricky Fowler, and then Ricky Fowler, all-time goal scorer. Ricky Fowler, Mo Salah. Why heavy? It's Mo Salah. But they respect Ricky Fowler. Is that not it? Because when you're black, but Mo Salah is from of Africa. Please. Okay. Biases need prejudices no other MY. Born so ye nimbo. Almost si come off facility maba. Umaya se enya the same akonya ye nimbo chom bibri.
Okay.
Of course.
Apostle Medasi ba na ye wetu aso chiri. Na ye di hunkomo ma me ne Judgment Dental Clinic en bayfo ni nkomo. Opanyin atna se Judgment Dental Clinic. Hu sensem de sen de ho no bi agye ato me se wo sene de ho ni na hono mudi hujuma papa opani akwa ba na ho de say
mejo so minua
say bibia e fine dey
o nyankopon do bibia boko
e dey am yase enenzo tiefo ya so mu ti odi free dental Judgment Dental Clinic aso e bre.
All right, dedi kan me de enchia ema ahwefo nyina ena no pani atiefo e me kan say afi na do radio no na TV na ato ha koso tie program no because ensem na me be kan ye ensem a e be enhance oral hygiene e be boa wankasa wonum apomodin no amana fa ne ntoma pa efra Judgment Dental Clinic eye ese ho adwuma nko an ye enti se wo ese problem a hwehwe ye kira kwan ye Kumase Bantama Abepo Junction Total Filling Station no echi ho e ho na Judgment Dental Clinic ye start adwuma anopa 8 o'clock ni ya start adwuma ekopum anwumre 6 o'clock eye from Monday to Saturday na bibia fa ese ho bia ye examination and consultation service e ho ye cosmetic dentistry ye friend teeth whitening no any gold and silver crown ese no ho opese odi gold and silver e hyeso na opre man no etumi e dey dia oba Judgment Dental Clinic ye be ye dia ma ye teeth replacement ese no etu na opese wo hye ye omu different types e betumi a hye e dia ma ye denture no e wo ho utumi yi na wasan dia to ni proto box mu ukwa adwuma ukwa yie na wasan a hye ne kama na ye wo PFM bridge or acrylic fixed bridge no ni nyina ye wo ho permanent one no ye wo Vaplus nso so e wo ho na ye SNP, that is scaling and polishing and ye 2 dental procedures and ya kan bom enti ye di kan escale use no by removing the tartar ne plaques na akohihye osim na brush ya bristles no ntumi enyi sa afin ni nyina ma no brane found to dental chair so machine so fa yi sa efin ni nyina emfrim every year be as a procedure we ese otumi ye twice in a year but me try to tell no empre bebre no complaints a type clinic say enipa bebre complain say omose no oti pain ewom yes say moment a obeti pain wo se mu no e kire say otutu no pop no problem abam ese na yehu ni sa no on say ya na amafo adwen omose senia eye hard no sa na eyade kosi throughout e bia wo pa emu a but then tisa ese na e wo 3 layers ye wo enamel no de me no kase uhu no white one no ye fe no enamel ni pedua kwa ni mu nyina eno ne the hardest human body part e densen kase enti na utumi de ose no e breaky bone no because of the enamel no na say empe bebre ne say entokro bededa osini mu a on say e start a yehu but yankasa yebu yani edi guso enti de ye kan say enuane a ye di no food debris ni bi e ka yesene so and there's a bacteria called Streptococcus mutans enti ono o release acid I find lactic acid this acid no the bobo cinnamon to chrono. It start here, almost a dot B, I started brown, black B, SC so you'll be a one who's a problem, maybe a was since I shall say, Oseno is attacked. Or a bacteria no, or attack Oseno. Or the acid no, I started ebe say Oseno, and kakra. But Gentleman Dental Clinic near no coin, and famao. Now, or penetrate enamel now. Because I say, and no air din, and I air the hardest human body part in it, no. Won't pain beer because enamel na den. But occur the next layer na eye dentin na. Dentin no, esunsuaso a enipa ni nya say, we won say ne se no. Was starting nya teeth sensitivity, onya sharp pain bi e wo ne sim ebra obi a onom ade a enyinu ana odi chilled food bi ana wo ko odi abrobe anka ene fruits a ekuta high acidic content no. Enti na dwen ye ne say media abroba ana say obi wo ho no ma ne de no ye allergy fine yet ase but empe mebre no bon ka ye say either say dompe ayewe no ebia crack no apayesi esenimu enti atiesi dentin mu ene ma unya sansunsanso no ewo osenimu eti bo se tem bia no na oseno unya teeth sensitivity na onim se etoa so tra dentin ko du pop no ete se enipadua no akoma na edem no ene ne the engine of the teeth enti obi won mo so mewi kase mewi dompe me calcium sanye money nyina minerals ni nyina eye pop no na supply minerals na de ma body no enti oye very important ono so na a protected dentin no se wo se pain e wo sim obi osim didi a na eye me ya na wasan a shifted the cord the other side of the teeth instead say obeba clinic ama yede na fa procedure no na odasote ho bra Gentleman Dental Clinic na ye masa de no injure because very dangerous sometimes obi okwa na wakoto painkiller no anom na wonim se wo suppress pain na say pain no na wo manage problem no da so e wo o pop ni mu e na all ma signal say infection abame so enti treat me anything na all ma sa excruciating pain no enti e wo say ye pop no ho adwuma na wonim obi okonya accident e na ne se no bia pop no paye ana bo so ono ne kasabo se ne se no e bia brown bi edem as aye black bi ne especially in sizes na nimu de no onya ohu sa de no e kire se pop no apai apeten e wo esini inside eno yentumi nya ho hwi pop no se problem e ba pop ne mu a the only procedure e betumi aya ne se either say ye be RCT that is root canal therapy ana se esini ye betu enti se ohu se entokro astarte e bede da osima e wo se obama ye feeling e de ma wo na ye feel entokro no na onim stage bia esini beduro no ene be kirewo the type of feeling na if I say entokro no astarte e wo ense wo hwe esin a eda screen yisu ya on say ne sini nyina awewe ahyehye say ama esen no asai say either say ye be crown esen no ana say ye be ye feeling na ma wo eti ye feeling na ma wa ye betuma a composite feeling whereby say entokro no ewo enamel no mu esen edikan no ana say ye wo amalgam feeling wo but e call the next stage a e dentin ni ma eno so eye nsunsuaso foforo but say a drop pop ni mu dia ene die e very dangerous because onim obu on obo say na na funu say e fanya na achia adentia because enipa tissue no ene nerves na ewo esen no eni ene asono eben enti ubetumanya ese problem but na uti pain wo waso enti obu on ma na sofa nyina twetwe no edu anadwo a ana say atmosphere no aye calm no sa time no uti pain ne pa onim se wo sa de no a kire wo say because of the hospital doctor Becca kire say ko hu dental unit ko hu dentist first because ebemben hu nti say we nya problem na affect e sim betumi affect wani enti se wo ti pain e wo simu a enfant na ho e betumi ama because tissue no e pro no na insufi no e sa enwunu gum wani baba ho so no na wafunu no nyina na they dangerous ne say obu okra na en start e wo enamel no na e the infection no akọ na emom no e start wo inside the apex na e the problem no eba over Gentleman Dental Clinic sa problem nyina ye bem na jai o tie me o hwe me on say o se no problem wom e ma excruciating pain e se na e ya o ya e ye bibi ana akoso bra na ye ma ninjai ebi ameka say wo hwe me free Accra your branches too ena wo utikam ebi a wo kokko Florida Gentleman Dental Clinic ye wo Nungwa main lorry station ho ena Gentleman Dental Clinic ye wo okọ Domi Kwabenya Atomic Down roundabout no so Gentleman Dental Clinic ye branch no bi ho okọ Techiman ye wo magazine ho ena Gentleman Dental Clinic ye wo Koforidia ye ne Central Police Station ena ebon ho pe ena okọ Takrade ye wo Banchiase Tadisco Down former GN Bank ho ne ye wo okọ Tamale ye wo Tushigu ye ne Central Post Office no ena eye opposite Aflawo ye wo EcoBank building mu Kumase eye Bantama Abrepo Junction numbers no e display on screen so me sorry ya obetumi afreme e bia wo nchiemu bi wo asembisa bi a obetumi abisa frame was 055 913 9582 055 913 9582 and 0549 906 588 0549 906 588 your Bantama Abrepo Junction total filling station no echi wa enti bibia e fa so e bia time enti mentumi ambo o problem no so esena tu apai esena hye awewe bra Gentleman Dental Clinic na ye fanfa procedure mu kama edam ase
opani me so me da senti ya no ye Gentleman Dental Clinic for mpanyifo na ye no mo ekodin komo na nche bia na Orlando betna se na afisem aboabo no ina na Orlando ade wonsem ade abetu yani mafisem ni na ewo Orlando a waboa no ode ebre sisi anya sem kotogranti Orlando beba na ode nsem na ba na mu gisem call for quick commercial break and zana me ba na Orlando abetuna se na ode afisem na ba me ba sisi a menchekra.
There's nothing worse than your multi-bet missing, but nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver. Here's Kwame and Yao. After hours of planning, both have logged into the same perfect multi-bet. Big win for United, over 1.5. And both teams to score in the London Derby. But who could have picked Leicester over City? Or a high-scoring game on the bridge? There's nothing worse than having your perfect multi-bet missing. But there's nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver. Win, even if your bet misses. over-the-counter medicine sellers.
Any herbal shop to Tuanamu.
FDA Aji Ejodi Kratoi Atom.
Imboost herbal mixture and only secrets. Now we have to know how from. And police me do what that said. Many of them sonship. Now sorry. A boosted immune system. I'm a cemetery and mental. Me did come out. I'm going to go so across the class. But I might like to sell it to me. I did never saw it. Hey, Solomon, what are you? Imboost herbal mixture and pharmacy and answer herbal shops. I pay for any color when you hear me. FDA Aji.
You want better future, join our growth, cause our growth be the future, join our growth, we want for the culture, join our growth, cause they do my thing for Ghana. Join Ghana, grow Ghana.
Ghana grows. Day. Ghana Grows Jumedi, Mastercard Foundation, Miss Springboard Roadshow Foundation, Lighthouse, New One for the day, bro.
Mamisha, time HH about Mr. Naomi, and you want to drop her, and you draw. Ẹ̀yẹ̀dúró sẹ̀ ẹ̀ mẹ́ni pẹ̀dúyà nkwamọ́ ẹ̀yà àhọ̀dín na àkọ́tì ayàrẹ̀ ẹ̀ ntwẹ́ nyàrẹ̀ ànsán wàkọ̀tò fáyà dúró nẹ́nùmù abiribíà Kanoga Company Limited what the time TIME ebetwaso wonwa and the time HH about Mr. Edia Bejaso akra wenyen mfisia dumienu anumbi wo pinfo ene oba wo makranufo enso anumbi time HH about Mr. Who benya bi
over the counter medicine sellers any shop dodo na mu
so pedulo to afre 0244 417669 0244 417669 time HH Heba Mr. Eyedro say FDA Jedi nkratwe atum.
Rise and shine with Yas toothpaste and Yas toothbrush. Start today off right by grabbing your Yas toothbrush and squeeze a refreshing dab of Yas toothpaste on it. With its soft bristles, the Yas toothbrush gently cleans your teeth and gums, giving you a comfortable brushing experience. As you brush, feel the powerful formula of Yas toothpaste working its magic, removing every stain in the cavity and leaving your teeth sparkling and fresh. Plus, Yas toothpaste helps make your teeth whiter and protect your gums, keeping them healthy and strong. Choose from our 3-layer toothpaste, Total Care, Herbal, and Violet. Make Yas toothpaste and Yas toothbrush a part of your morning routine and start your day with a confident smile. Yas toothpaste and toothbrush, caring brand for caring families.
There's nothing worse than your multi-bet missing, but nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver.
Okay, duba kwa ba pa won sema no edumi no pepepe frɛ na braso sɛ Orlando betena se na gudie hu nsɛm efisɛm no ɔde hu nsɛm de tu yanim Orlando akwaba
singo meje o so
na bibia e fine
bibia ahye pa
do tumfo nyankopɔn ase yentie o de odi free efie bre
well yansan soma etiefo a etie Sompa 93.1 akwaba biem na afin so ona ɔhwɛ Sompa TV ɛna afin so manager Edema Asante Koroko etena ase ede ensem atudwa na lawyer Safuduku yebusa ne se lawyer na sisi ana moadi atum se league no muye pola wie ni wie a league no moye ready se mo bebo league no na mo bo league no na ensem a empanyimfo ka kire mo no enye sa na muhu a ede na mo beye
yes ngize ade is yele de edme enka hosen but it's all right say Liliano. You're very sure that the right things are done. All of us together. So let us hope. Say this is here. So we shall insist on our rights in several ways.
Well, and to know,
I know a buying it has Minister of Finance. She said, "You have say every that class the name." Na answer financial card for
Sompa Sports.
Entino administrative manager Edema Kumasi Asante Koroko Richard Osei Akoto
enso ede ensam atudwa efa GFA protocols a omudi agu kwamo efa security ehun nsem on a mad day.
Husband security protocols. Some of the say oh now do na security arrangement no. Okay, na you up to your expertise. Put in HIV. And there are so many ways. Right, to assure you say obi amfana na to chachasa. Right, that's
okay, ntino asante koroko echewu pade omokobo bo no mo hwe na obambo nsem ne nkoyi abo no omunya kra na omabo na bibi foforo asan akosi biem ene ebusa ne se na boy ya ye boy ye hu se TV fo eyi ama amanfo ehwe bi koroko munya bibi film na munya bibi film a de enti administrative mentality
but one thing is we are the first one is with my practice points Abba, not so it's many years on the class. And because of silence, the FN was sacrificing the percentage and all get pushes in action. Young fat. And the way of compensation as a most important. Yes, to be careful, but you can acquire fast one. Most of the many sponsors from the normal in the silence and the digital TV are Yamo and buying and to pass it no more. In a way, fast double money in Australia, yet when you have my practice sponsors, yet
omo edin semu ibabonti entie Alexander Menu
club no enya dia mo consult supporters no asante ko to na mpeli funi die ni na supporters no support but as ansa na mpeli fo ba bonti ya beka bibi no ne no wina na ye tie Sompa support omo na mpeli fo no omo ye yo so na chini ye supporters. We can't take decision for our management. We can't take decision for our IMC. Or we take decision. I will tell you, sir, you're much aware.
And no, and Sama supporters chairman Alexander Menu edit tweets.
Per the Kata, you're paying for. How to focus me? Kotokokabu Mushokoma FA. I want to say the big guns in the letter side are broken. I want to show the enhanced security protocol side. Yen as the penny for the big picture of society enhanced protocols. Say you are we are to me the national catch supporters are team already all the social media handles and the catch supporters in football. So what the enemy would be me I want to chop. I said I am from my and from where the benefit of the protocol, that action could be a good time and the support the action. Here we are getting our support. Look, I say, press conference, a meeting with management. I should remember to come up with a started league. I want to be one of the
okay, Tino, and no Ashanti region, Kotoko supporters chairman Alexander Menu, and a San Semino, and so a Tuja Ewo, and press conference. Told Janimuno away from Kumasi Asante Consent Semno na Yenra Ministry of Youth and Sports na fence yekodin komo recreation ni nyina ekeka hobi na minister Endra okolanche boxing league amateur boxing league enso ewo Accra ene ne patam na owie no na ye call Joshua Clote onim say one of the finest boxers yenya no okrom ya no ene ebusa say Joshua the minister enso edi abani o amateur boxing league na we no ebeboa Ghana boxing no
we say amateur na we ready so ba professional ko so ko amateur no boxers no ba because when we before now became professional so amateur boxing like catch the last amateur boxing guys not any professional so say amateur boxing boy so yes
Joshua yemusa we na wo na wo kan say no ahaya na wo hyase edi free na ebraso na mpanyimfo invite wo anaso omoto omo nsa fro se fa wonim de ebeboa amateur boxing na why you ready ana
okay se ba na olimere promote no say boxing ya ko omoto many years before I tell professional so good advice na obe decide asena ibe passion die na opeso
eno Joshua Clotte na de sansem no etu dwa no na owie no na yebusa se Joshua na sisia no afutu sembe na odebema minister Kofi Adams efa Ghana boxing ho
boxing nya champions so yipa Ghana na se yeka boxing after sports in boxing yeah so we need that football review but boxing every 10 past world champions so
okay eno Joshua Clotte na dey sansam ni tuju ani eja na mana kono ene ebusa ne say Ghana boxing future no et say Joshua
Ghana boxing is a piano Sompa because we say that is one that actually fighting wow so some call outside no one yeah so we need to make sure boxing
okay ntino Joshua Clotte ene de sansam no enso etudwa efa boxing ho no na yene House of Folk coach Bubaka Watara edi nkomo after say nano Sunday House of Folk MTN FA Cup yeyi omu film Golden Kings eyi omu film no ene ye kobusa say coach now performance no lack of facilities and now say technical problem and now say playing body no ene no man ko yi coach Bubaka Watara head coach for House of Folk.
I think the problem is not the facility but it's we just the coaches and the players to be focused on the game and working harder to if you are thinking House of Folk it's like another thing you are alive but you need to work harder more than 100% to achieve full results because House of Folk need results. I don't need any commentary. The results we need. We need that team to go forward. We need the trophies. To get the trophies, we need to
and head coach Erema Accra House of Folk coach Bubaka Watara NHM Padia in terms of facilities House of Folk this year omuni problem no there's a technical team no playing boy no and there's a omu improve omu performance said be ya bibia enso ebetimi akoye ere amomo na like say wonim say papa we wa born home dey ere ama Ghana football wa pay the dues ere ama Ghana football na enche ye the under 17 team no e hye nsa enoma nkoye amfa ma no na wadi nkomo kakra o se eduru ba bi no na mpanyimfo bi ye bibi ye tie ade a lai na mpanyimfo ne de ye no
of the tournament the kind of threats I had from the people running the FA, the management of the FA came to meet the team meeting, words of encouragement and all that. And then someone opened his mouth and said, if you don't win the game against Ivory Coast tomorrow, your coach is going to lose his job. It's a threat.
Okay, you know, like it's in this assembly etu jaro ochimu padia omu tournament say a GF mpanyimfo aba ho ba besra omu no na onim se bia afutu sem ne nkranhye sem no omu de bro hu yan se panyi ba ko se enkwada me ka kire mo se match na mokobo against Cote d'Ivoire no mo wini a mo coach ne ye bepam no enti no sa ade no hu se a threat no omu de ma coach enti no ni days at U17 de enoma mpanyimfo ama enoma anyemre enso amfama no ensam ne doso siko obrani ntino ye de besia na edachina tip off ne so no ye san ahihye foforo e de abre ye na tiefo entina siko why you ready dia wono abedwa
Orlando da say ye de Orlando asese o de fi 7 aba na mo ma memfanto anim se St Andrews SHS na efrewi na yemfanto anim se me no ka say wo mko so eja disuafo no from SHS1 SHS2 ni SHS3 okwa obanye ba bia da kama visa boarding and hostel facilities ni wo te ba bia free ba bia banye ba bia da kama pa ma wasi no nso watima twro na watwa no one time na bibia e fine yemfonto ani say ye wasimfosu udu asimfosu a ye wo rich FM premises wa afa ye wo branches ni bi wo mankasim ni wodu biase shama dunko no fen sehwasawen so ana Accra 0244 696911 0207 8910 04 0207891004 for any additional bibia I kama party ama sanso and a betway cash out of an go so maka jose na bet no ha nyo bia na timi dibisa obu an bet no tim say slip no wapa but abe na one team bia say na adwen paninti and a betway cash out of an abadi ama say edu baby na wa wo sheda ha wonya sure say sa game wey anasa amachi ekosu igura no tim ni betime wi ni no ebia usika no watime ajagu botoma na ntempa kakra na won no wayi ntem na nkofa asama mafize eba no sa adwen ye pa obu watime se waka be tu tim si bi na ka wanya sika pudu okofie na nso obon so we na ka krabeni apon o amini man ka cash out ne ba kura me yiye me se obetwe cash out of no wo de ma se aka be 2-3 matches bi na wonhyɛ da anya sure of the outcome antaba ne wayi ntem na ojawan kakra de abo ata so na bibia e fine agro we maka jo se mpanyifo agro entunya 18 years a memfa ho enhyem yemfa ntodwa se dwanti college si yemfa ntodwa se ope SH school papa ma oba kwa ho ana se odu ani kire na ho no wase no omutwa no just one time ajasa chekire fo na bene nyamesuro ayo ma bonding and hostel facilities or ti baby afuru baby an obenya baby ada yemfa to say science business visual art agric science in home economics na ye ho a enya gro kra me no ka say ho no ayade say ho aya wasi approved sententi ya twron wasi so he ho ajese enya sam koto akura na ye okumawu nkwanta Ashanti regional sam na mekan 0243 721659 0243 721659 0597 064048 ofra enchiremu aburu media so nsabeka na bibia ai fine say prince atena say sanso and Philip Kwabena Nkunsa enso atena say apostle ha prince shasia mai
nse ensema Orlando Digu hodom mostly not the pertains with Kotoko and then how a league the resumption obesiatic and me one particular person answer my can't say no fear be say we are there football they never back no matter what happens now football never back after the disaster that happened but football never back the way forward was the problem a kwanya you be fast one you better to name ama football net me come back and name na see and you bet me put the right things in place na problem but what you nsema lawyer Safu Duku editu ja and Mr. Alex Menu the Ashanti regional NCC board and asset manager and editu
chairman
rather auditu jana you see clearly you could feel say omajiatumu say league ne there and as a football finally they will come back and play but then maybe problem back one me war hon who said no na me make this statement maybe problem back one me war hon it seems like yaka ensem na champion for ye be say CCTV cameras e be install ye the security measures be gu akwan mu ena mpanyimfo age atum nti se utie ensem na Mr. Alex Manu especially no work o make the statement clear omo retaliate o see the retaliate but ye hwe say ye kwa eniama mpanyimfo akasom de begu akwam no betim de sa na ema na gu akwam and also lawyer Safu Duku so kan sem bi o say ensema mpanyimfo aka say bia security measures na omo de begu akwam so omo ko na senya ne sa they can boycott the game on we sit here and if some resume league no na ensema mpanyimfo kan enye no na omo hu a the likelihood of boycotting the league no or be jai league no because one catch SMB ABCD mo anye enti ye to aso abaye den enti so ahia akoye se ensem na mpanyimfo aka they bang their hopes on the mpanyimfo so on betimi the sansem no atudwa na so betimi take actions on that kind of things no maka ho asem but then no a problem no because we know the country in which we are kasa keke enna me kasa asem we wa ha and the statement or matter making asash supi say sansem na like in paying for the oman wa catch no oma giatum but me problem no opanyi ese asanto kotoko ne mpanyimfo actions before because you can CCTV camera installations as say bibia ne go stars pe and a fully omatimi omone nations and a fully omatimi take those actions on the way city and we know say there are some clubs that I already mentioned the name even paying their players salary creating their problems. How much more are they going to get that kind of funding to do these installations, no? And then the kind of near man paying for the ago say I saw meet those criteria and sana yet meabo air football, especially at the match venues, no. You see how it is. It is a say odo ne akwa kosi say na kwa say enan ba akwa kotokodi omo na ba akwa sim see ebebo and ba akwa achiri but when you the ba akwa na sim awie enti I say as time goes on now mobile league no when I say near man on page focus on be no man ntimi anye now we will never it goes a long way to destroy everything ebasa league no believe you me it will come to a scramble Minnesota the match na say and the probability says I dey be so high because the clubs in Ghana here I don't think they'll be able to meet those measures the criteria needed especially at the Monday venues no I don't think they'll be able to meet that. The pitches and the stadiums, no, I don't think they'll be able to meet these criteria. No. And the I say, you can't say Kofi Konsu and Quentin on Saturday for Boom. As we take action, but action in an aqua Kasakeke. So for me, I think say the bigger problem is there, and as time goes on, we look forward to see say Abia the positivity of these words no more kind a bit much of the center stage now and near man I tried my last time some time ago ni hu bia yeah thank you say no one be see no and also so a bit me abrase me person hwe ade ba ku bia ansa na medwe na si won say one fresh shafa enra no bedru Ghana right
yeah
he's the technical advisor and the director of football for Ghana and the
technical director
right now. Very good. Now, this is the man on your screen. Me person en hwa Adibu say. Only said this man has spent over 40 years as a coach. In a coaching career. When you're a lifespan of 40 years. Now, one significant thing in Cameroon 2002. So I can say Cameroon Nigeria. Yes. And Wilfred Shafa was the man who lead you Amodu Amokoje. Why make us say we're making a name for himself in African football in doing that because way back in 2002 those were the days na African football near what that kind of legendary teams no honom you pick Egypt you pick Cameroon themselves you pick the likes of Cote d'Ivoire those days no were the days yeah Nigeria Senegal were also there those days were the days now African football especially the national team is what I'm talking about no more proper quality teams on the city and if he was able to do that it makes a strong statement for him so ultimately Cameroon because those days now competition here way tougher than AB and ADA
quality players that's the difference that is why I always respect Hugo Bruce that he did with ordinary players you know South Africa so you are seeing that he's doing it with ordinary players
you
understand and then from 2002 to look if you have Eto, Patrick Mboma, Mark Vivian Foy was playing as a speaker. Olombe was playing so well. Desiree Job was doing good. If for Raymond Kala and Rigo Boston, don't even go there. They're exceptional pair you can think about. Yes. So after that drought, what has he done?
That's very good. That's the problem here. You see, said now Apostle can. He won it and won it with quality team. Sometimes, Ubeka said, not just every quality team, and I'll be to me that kind of cohesion, bonding, I'll be to the ABB. But he was able to do that because of high profile names. Ebasa blended them together. You see how it is.
Yeah.
But he was able to do that. But the bigger question here, the NTM raising this argument, is after that, what has been the biggest thing? What me in a 40-year lifespan as a coach, I don't know the problem here. Into also very good for Sadia Tosoba. So we're air down path now. We say in brackets, we're coaching Cameroon. From there, we are Okokochi Hefa, Thailand and Jamaica. I don't want to belittle any national team here, but believe you me, Thailand and Jamaica is not a place if you're a coach and you go, you expect to make a name. You see how it is, and these are the places for Koi. Oh, they are not to Honoma. Club wise, say be Abeka so national team. No, maybe or they Cameroon year and went to me and for Bianya, Ebia or Remu club because 40 years they at least a long years in Alpha. Obitim they are coaching national team and club wise and so count. But oh, they are not one. More them say clubs no so. But you are coaching. Ni juma ni UAE in Saudi Arabia Honoma. Onya any big team beyond coaching. It is why Al Ain, Al Ali Dubai, Baniyas, and then Al Akko. These are teams of Makuchi. And with all these teams now, Al Ain Pena, Ubenyo Mudiate, Ghana for him. And Okohana, it was for a particular reason. Okay,
oh yeah.
When he went there. And the man who said there's a club there called Al Ain. You see the point I'm making here. And see, though we're making a name for himself when it comes to winning a trophy on African terrain. But ni stay as a coach, ni experience no, is it that enough? Say being the technical advisor and the director of football for the Blasters no, is it going to be enough for the Blasters to get the quality that we need for a man to be at the helm of affairs or making that kind of direction no, far left, far right now. For me, I don't think it is. Yes, frankly speaking, for me, I don't think it is.
And to be a technical director and advisor, this is a manage big teams and go on a big countries.
Oh, they're not managing only big teams, but at least you need to, gather some huge experience because it's not something cheap to do. And especially, it is Ghana that we are talking about. One of the biggest nations in terms of African football, and I said football at large. And say in Akofom, no. We want to rebuild and come back to the glory days. And if you want to rebuild and come back to the glory days, you need someone who is right now on form. And if I say on form, I believe so. Or what system? Why you recent you can easily put your hands on them. Say we in a why. But with this man that we are bringing, I don't want to belittle him. He's good. Because he has been in the system for long, at least. Rebecca said, but the standard is below the Blasters of Ghana. No disrespect to him. Glorious with Cameroon by.
Yeah.
But aside that, there is nothing significant you can talk about. Papa FM Renfrew Shapa. Face chest to so Miss Remedy. Face chest no. Yami had my match here. So you see 2 games.
Sure.
Very good. You 2 games and on the Atosono. 2 games now you wobono. You bobo Chad near Madagascar. No disrespect. And I don't think there's the need for me to make that statement. Every Ghanaian will agree with me. The Blasters of Ghana some time ago na ebe Chad and Madagascar.
Sompa Sports.
And a simple game, Ghana.
Sompa Sports.
And came to me the local guys near the some talents be a one at your Friday but without even risking the senior players, no, the so-called made him so at the mention here. But this time around, and you say beam that year. You bet me after every possible player be outside who say a local boys no or mundu that stage no meet me about Apeja Blasters no. It's near every possible talent be a who outside. We will bring them. But yes, though, you better corner Comoro Sachet. You better corner we are struggling to play against Madagascar, the chance and all these teams. And he said, Yatanase, not all this time, you who say, Papa Feno Tuado Omwaye. Yatanase, I train, I'm a yaba bedru fibrimu. February so we are in the latter stages of February. You see much more your Africans your qualification games for the FIFA World Cup. You say Ghana ya nko bi ebe ha dwen pa. Na afi and the disappointment na nipa na all balance. I personally, my opinion, I don't see say obe bring any kind of improvement there. And the coach there not still Otuadwa. Believe you me.
President Dase, we are to us Filippo Yenti Unzoe.
The minimum one fresh shifa who during the coaching time, and I say he goes to a ground that the ground is already fertile. The minimum one fresh shifa when I say during the coaching time, he goes to a ground. Our ground no is already fertile. Now, Cameroon edged the Nations Cup when Ghana Nigeria co-hosted in the year 2000, and Nigeria team was led by Jorge Atu. Ono leading Cameroon, ono rebuild Cameroon. Eto was a young boy. Eto formed part of Patrick Mboma, Rigobert Song named them. That was the year 2000 team. But then when Cameroon after so much 2000 Nations Cup and Omoko Mali in 2002, Senegal were at their peak, and so was Nigeria. So then Nigeria changed hands, and that time it was Bruno Metsu for Senegal. And for Cameroon, they brought in Winfred Schiffer as the head coach of the national team. It was the year of Moshe, I said,
yeah.
And that team was a started team. And one good thing I Winfred Schiffer year man this team. And I say before the 2002 Nations Cup in Mali, goalkeeping department, the Cameroon were enormous quality. Idris Carlos Kameni, Buka Aliou. Any Hamidu. Number one, no, any Buka Aliou. But it was one disciplinary act. Nema Buka Aliou, that number one for the national team at the 2002 tournament in Mali. And from there on, player no be the safest pair of hands for the nation Cameroon. And one positive for Cameroonians, Eric Kai Papa from Winfred Schiffer. But after short stints with Cameroon, in coaching stance. Now, guess what? Me making this example because Ghana Black Stars currently, this is not what we need. The ground is already not fertile. And the Papana Orbano, why Winfred Schiffer, is already a disciplinarian. Or you'll be on no 7 previous or catch us at 1. 1 + 1 you 2. You follow suits. Oh no, 1 + 1 and 3 man. But what are Black Stars currently are? One of our problems is one ego. Even Captain Sikra have an issue. Captain Sikra a issue. But during the time with Cameroon, he stabilized things with the discipline code. And then Cameroon edged the Nations Cup in 2002. 2002, get me no wrong. 2002 team the best team at the tournament was Senegal. They were unfortunate they couldn't win the final against Cameroon. Eventually went to penalties. No Mulusima Senegal. That Alusi Sompa. They win the trophy in team Cameroon. But Cameroon team were star-studded. But then they were for Black Stars in currently. Ghana is a cheap round. It's all for national team, sir. Should 2 nations, Ghana will beat them hands down in Africa. We have about 54 nations in Africa. Currently, geographically, we have about 54 nations in Africa. Some 2 nations are Black Stars, bet you on cry. Say a chess, say be a bono. Some 2 nations. So Ghana, for now, we need to restart the whole thing. But when the new team take you over, I will maintain you Otuado as the head coach. And they are more for Winfred Schiffer, so number back up or Otuado. Yemusheme kakra. Yemusheme because Winfred Schiffer and I can send records now Ukraine. He goes to a ground that already team is already settled.
Philip,
so that Obey is still the discipline code into the team.
At this stage, what's the players, team near full of egos and discipline here. The next will be a discipline about. I didn't think any good.
Characters around the team wouldn't let Winfred Schiffer succeed at the Black Stars. Yanka say you I did see Black Stars in one. And Obama Winfred Schiffer only successful at the Black Stars.
Oh, so I just on your competent. And non chess on your competent.
It's not much. But listen, Uber Africa, any Ghana. Let me use my country, Ghana. Uber Africa, any Ghana. Competency does not necessarily mean say 7 previous. Just a what kind of you and your competency. No, it is never that. So Winfred Schiffer, so Oputi discipline structures in place. They follow there. Where we want to get, and we'll get there.
So why
Winfred Schiffer in 2002?
So why then I see here no? It's where discipline.
Because of the characters around the team.
But so much that number.
The maker said because of the characters around the team, no, the characters wouldn't make this man successful at the Black Stars. me when he was appointed, me am shame him say, hey, Shifa is the right man, but we're back at the wrong time.
Oh, absolutely. I feel I'm why I drink.
He's the right man, but we're back at the wrong time. When him say it is only in Ghana that corruption, yes, also.
Ghana Nkwa.
No, black baby before Angazano say who when somebody is corrupt. Now say the person is corrupt. Now say or chebi na unyebia. Unyebia ubetina ha bonichi.
Fanfo because corruption na one na language.
Corruption.
One na language.
Corruption so ya from one.
Inti Ghana kwa des was wa.
Inti Ghana ko tell you so corruption no. What charge na say nyebia if it is charge 7 produce nimpa no anyade. But obia watch charge na onim de sika no rinya no kra no 7 produce so is kafino the person is very much okay.
But how often who's no mebu?
Oh, it has
bibini jiska pa so me this away.
It is only in Ghana during election time. Yeah, Paul Kagame during the election time in Rwanda. He told the whole Rwanda say, "Mufi se me deserve wa muntu mami. Mufi se mun deserve ya mun yimi mfiso." That was all that Paul Kagame kind. And then one of the countries are developing in Africa. Pa, you can't take away Rwanda.
Philip Medasi.
And they go to Rwanda and look at the stadium. The Amavubi, the amounts are more involved here, and in that is rebuilding the Amavubi. And Amavubi is one of the best stadiums on the continent. And Rwanda, in terms of education, in terms of health, Rwanda is up there with the very best in Africa. So why can't Ghana?
Philip
the ideas and the characters around the Black Stars, probably never more people will use this.
Okay. Philip, I don't know. Abazo, what do you enjoy?
Winfred Schaefer. Well, I think we have to put on record. He's not a head coach, so he can discipline the over team to full. Say, coach, head coach is on That's the difference. When you are in charge, you take decisions directly. But when you are an advisor, you are an advisor. Your advice is as good as head coach himself, my jet himself. For you on fire. Opa, Kosfu, member of ONFA. To advise no Eshobutu, national dream. That's where the challenge is.
But
that is why. No, don't be sure.
But I'm sure so the manager who is in charge and they are aware. And what is it bringing on
people
board?
Being aware is not the issue, it's the conduct. There are a lot of people who can say name of the people are not aware that any the papa. They know. But they take a risk, they gamble. A far and a far, a chip is when a chip. That's how life is. We've seen 10-card advisors and 10-card directors all over the world on my head coaching for. The best they can do if it's a club or national team to sack you. So please, his advice is as good as head coach Jitum said. Sa advice and Bepuano. So head coach not gentleman forget the week. Feshiva cannot do anything. What he can do at best to report to the chairman of the Black Star Management Committee, Dr. Randy Abbey. And then you persuade the coach. I'm explaining you understand how the structure works. He cannot me impose it or bet tufu or tufu no fire is all TV near tufu obra tufu opa na offer so for one for we there so do you understand me? And so it is important here to say Winfred Schaefer no onye the head coach who a tanker director or a tanker advisor, it ends you are an advisor, he's the head coach. So let's establish that. And the nyansani adwon ni trimbiya no ni obeye nyina no otoado or the mano na nyame adum na kana kuma no jitum se bepoa ene bejuma. Anything short of that, forget it. Let's understand that. And the going forward na baza or two for be now and far. Me ko na ko there be tiasie say the role has been defined clearly, or a technical advisor, or your head coach. So that's where it ends. Now, me, I've said, after the Black Stars, me back for a long time. Nothing about the performance of the Black Stars surprises me, nothing about it. Because Nehemiah should have started way back in 2017. And I said, yes, started a transition. But the 2015 for be a pim erba. But yeah, minor because I plan in the paper soon. Practically, we don't plan for anything. Practically, Yeah, mind they're planning, forget it. And so that is where we are. Until look, magic beer and free will fresh for any author, there will not be any magic. We might qualify for the World Cup, yes, but we have qualified for the World Cup. What are you going to put out there at the biggest football mundial? The magic that will come. There's no magic. To what out here will show me magic biamba. There'll be a lot of embarrassment when we get to the World Cup. We qualify, God willing. We need to start again. There's no shame in that. Rather, a wisdom and maturity and realization said, I did be a cost will be a pima and can Liverpool won got 30 years without a trophy winning the league. Yeah. Man City and on the way Nkoyi. That's how it is. And I got to Nkoyi has a vote Nkoyi. Watara and but because they don't have standard. If they have standard, like Ali was standard, and that's why I'm being quite broachy. When I'm discussing, I look at the clubs here. Ali standard, and no small club Kitwe be Noah who share Ali in a car final. As a coach, your salary, 70% of salary taken. Every player is deducted. Because that Pito Musimani, when Ali loses the Egyptian Cup to Al Gesh, or no cross here as a coach and been to know that. Club president can say, hey, my club is my boy the Champions League. Sompa you have no lose it to club kit or car fan, you pay 70%. Players, the players in your bet you be at 50%. That is a club that set high standards. But as of work has not set those standards. And who set here clearly the coach no position because of the player being who set the standard Sebio be able to anything goes. Even though I understand the history of the FA Cup, but if you set standard, well, the Egyptian Cup was of a history, but club not deserve to set the standard. So with the Black Star, until you did no correct, under 17, the selection, the complete selection, sincerity and transparency at under 70, under 20, then your business, our national teams will continue to suffer, the same national team. Catch your way. That's the magic number one we need. No correct. A friend who fair players are no correct. Or some do fair play. No credit in your business. Omo nimbo across the nation and omo form. Omo mu ya dear pa. Under 70, under 20, uti na like kind. Se sad near mano yang go back ni di no correct. Na selection ya nya na Accra, Kumasi ni Takra di Bukata. Ni no mind bebia like in the past. And when we do it, we sort differences. Under 20, well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, we need 1993. We went under 20 finals. 1993, we went under 20 finals. We lost to Brazil. Jean and Ian goes. Those were time Amudino Cray. 89, we went to Scotland. 91, we won a World Cup. 93 went to another final. 95 won a World Cup. Sam no credit 97. Like Kingston was part of Platini, Gordon Trump captained the team that 97. I lose the final to Brazil. So the national for now, the national team here, that's what we have. I know you will manage it, but if we don't start quickly, say you go back to the basics. And then you start the junior national team ball, like I've given Akamakacho. So we've been there before. And some players in from that time, look at the years of my national team. Until it was truncated and we came to 2009 World Cup. Share number of years on national team, I'm on board under 2029. That is the major improvement we need. It's a decision take here and chance here. Now business, they be the players with him, they are 5 feature here and we don't get anywhere. To the hard hitter, the former International Boxing Federation champion, the hard hitter Joshua Clottey. The issue about amateur boxing, like Enra Misha said, no, like near football, mocha coach and academy, boxing is in the Sompa FM. Now, it's not just about the league, and it's about training of trainers. Ono had Hitano, he started as an amateur boxer. Discipline was one of his hallmarks. One of the best defensive boxers Ghana has produced. Yeah. He has speed, he has power, he has elusiveness, or you're crafty, or you're intelligent, or you're a good puncher. Above all, solid defensive boxer. So when he even fought the greats like Antonio Margarito, former WBO, IBF, WBA, super welterweight champion, ultimate knocking. He came a bout against Manny Pacquiao. No, you can't knock him down. Or he's too durable. Very solid. Because on your basics, no right. The same thing to Ikwate. It's difficult. Former WBA welterweight champion, Ike Bazooka Kwate. Solid like that. And I'm saying Ghana, we have a history of solid trainers in the past. And then it's a difficult one. Now, Koya amateur boxing. Na Azuma Munkahum. Ikwate is still around. The champ, as I always call him, the champ. Ikwate is still around. Joshua, at least I saw solidity they have that is where the chief boxing, Bayama, Ghana, maybe football will not be able to do it. And to box, we need to put a lot of investment, especially at amateur level. Professional level, promotions is what's left. A lot of promotions. Time until later, I'll come and tell you, because we need promotions and incentive to the promoters. Say, be a colonel free amateur, no, we are the next professional. But I said promotions anywhere. Boxing promoters and promoting about that. I couldn't have been need them, need fee. But the promoters are complaining lack of investment. So, we'll continue this discussion.
Apostle Medasi pa anti yeah the ace na I'm the birthday which be ho. Praises will be on. Okay.
For daily tips and
okay. Okay. All right.
And Radiano, Yenyano correct. Yenyano correct and see, yeah, twice and less.
Go for Fescanra.
Yes, and now for Fasca. Inter Milan allows you more. First half, we expected a say Benya less than 5.5 corners in the first half. Wolves and Fulham, so the same thing, 5.5 under. Crystal Palace in Aston Villa and in the Premier League. It is under 5.5. Now, Brighton lane, that is Bournemouth. It is 6.5 in the first half. Stoke and Middlesbrough, it is 6.5. Arminia Bielefeld and Werder Bremen, the DFB Pokal in Germany, and also under 7.5. Just a first half corners, in 8. Now Barcelona near Atletico Madrid. Lamine Yamal there, omo ya confirm ya no sir. Okay. It is likely it's a first half corners a bit less than 7, which is under 6.5. Angers and the Rem about Coupe de France. You call France omo championship your friend the Coupe de France, that is the FA Cup. So in the Coupe de France, Angers and the Rem no so under 5.5. And the odds was slow. And 9.73 odds. And that was screen na code ne die said ya wa with him 1746 12SF. That is the code. Inti obi otie bia no onkotwa na otwa so a.
Okay.
Latest by 9 p.m.
Na bia dem.
Latest by 9 p.m.
Eno amango for discover.
Na when
oh Debbie. Eno ase o mama. Eno ase mama anya yi o. Eno mi ja me ho pa o. Okay, but more birthday we should be here.
And that's your boss back birthday.
Okay.
It's your Pulu Fidelity. Se woko Western Regional. Teams or more Bob Rapai is your Pulu Fidelity.
Mate.
Or more president, your friend Nana Watson. Or your Pulu Fidelity chairman. And then the birthday, my purpose runs for the front screens to mommy.
Okay.
And then yes, your Pulu Fidelity chairman or friend Nana Watson.
Yeah, man, happy birthday, pa.
And then the birthday.
My family is also Desmond. Ransford means I read the photos, Mammy Desmond. excavator operator papa you have operator 1 on first show we ni agro operator papa operator 1 and then birthday Desmond me happy birthday nyame shira na ongusunyo guys we a good guy ni yemusu ye bibia de dem Desmond yes one operator ye happy birthday pa the Lord bless and make you bigger better and greater Prince young boy
mama mfenwi unse Reverend George Asante Coleman and of mama feet omo ankasa baba aye frɛ no eye Israel Kua ana minim se menya din ni ya